some?
Yeah, baby.
What day it is today?
That's what day is it? Well, it's Christmas for you and just another day on the homestead of more work for me. In other words, it's picking up more cow day.
Yeah, baby. Happy wife, happy love.
Cow to increase the fold, and a second that's just going to be meat for this year. So
We rock.
and we do.
You rock.
They are.
You make me so happy.
You.
Yeah, another cow.
Yeah, just buy your wife a Highland Cow. Keep her happy.
Oh yeah, baby.
All right, so we just made it home with the cows. Time to put them in the field. Why get more cows when we're just a small homestead? Let me get into it for you. So right now we kind of have 3 adult Highlands. Right here is Freya, then we have Bui, and then we have Joe walking the fence line over here to check out the new females. When we first got our Highlands, we were going to try artificial insemination. However, it was difficult to predict when the girls were in heat, when to call the guy to come out to do it. So we decided to get our first bull T-Bone, and he was able to get Bui here pregnant. And that was great, but we harvested him before he was able to get Freya pregnant. So we learned from that, and now we have Joe Beefy, who is an awesome bull. Bridget's able to go out, brush them all, no worries whatsoever. There's Lagatha right here scratching herself, who is Bui's daughter. And there's Maze over here, the little white one, who is Freya's daughter. And both of those, the dad is Joe right here. So with Lagatha and Maze being Joe's daughters, we cannot keep them around to expand our herd if we're going to keep Joe around to expand the herd. And we want to keep Joe around because we learned our lesson about getting rid of another bull too early. And Joe really gets along with the girls here. He's a good bull. He's already produced both Lagatha and Maze. So we want to keep Joe around and use him to expand the herd, which means instead of bringing in new bull, new semen by artificial insemination, we need to bring in new females. Hence, the new girls that have just arrived on the farm. Now with the 2 girls that we picked up and just arrived here, we have Laura Lee right here, the black one, who's only a year old. And we have this one here we'll call Other right now. She's 2 years old. So the thing with Laura Lee, little black one here, is she's only a year old. Now with the Highlands, they have to be at least 2 years old, the females, to be able to start having little babies. Because at 1 year old, they're still small and tiny, and they haven't really developed all their structure yet. And as you can see, Joe's a lot bigger than her. So we don't want them getting together just yet. So what's going to happen is Laura Lee there is going to stay in that field with Lagatha to keep her company through the winter until next year when she's old enough to come out into this field with Joe and the girls. Now remember how I said our first bull T-Bone didn't get Freya pregnant? That's why we now have Other here. Now Other came from another farm along with Laura Lee, the little black one. They were going to send this one to the abattoirs, the butchers, because she's a little flighty. She's kind of sketchy, she's not that friendly, and that's not a good quality to have in a Highland cow, especially if you're keeping them around with the horns on. You don't want to have little babies who pick up that tendency to be scared of people or don't like people or kind of jump around or that sort of thing, because then it makes it very hard to raise them, especially with those horns. You could get into some difficult situations if they don't like you, and that's not a good quality to have. So because Freya didn't have a little baby, we have 1 year without being able to harvest a cow for our own meat. So that's why Other came with Laura Lee here to this farm, and she's going to be harvested for meat. It's not the nicest thing to say, but you can't keep cows around that are dangerous or sketchy. So the other reason Laura Lee came to join us as well here on the farm is not only to expand our herd, but kind of prepare for the future as well. Because Bui, this is Freya right here, but Bui's in the background there. Bui's getting older, and what we need to do is prepare to, have a replacement for her when she gets too old to give birth anymore. And then that way, we can give her her own field or set something up where, she's alone, she's not with the bull, so she won't get pregnant. Might even have to harvest her at some point, we'll see. We really would prefer not to do that, but that's kind of life here on the farm. So Laura Lee is kind of going to be Bui's replacement in the future, but in the meantime, what'll happen is we should be able to have 3 little babies each year. So guys, be sure to get down there, hit that like, leave us a comment, maybe any questions you have about how we're going to manage our fold, and be sure to subscribe so you can see more of Laura Lee in the future here. Thanks again, guys. We'll talk to you soon.